Hello everyone and welcome to the Nurburgring Grand Prix Circuit for this evening's open race event. Apologize for the late start to the stream. A couple of technical difficulties, but I think I've got that all sorted out now. So it is Leandro Sparks leading the way in first position, Ryan Ottens in second, Wayne Wortley in third position, and Claessen's in fourth, Boy in fifth, De Wit in sixth, Burkett in seventh, and on eighth, Jacobs in ninth, and Palser top 10 at the moment for him. So 4 races this evening. This is the first race. Don't forget qualifying, of course, and yeah, so we're just completing lap 1 of race 1. Wayne Wortley now with a good run on Ryan Ottens. We're going to go on board with, in fact, Leandro Sparks. So Sparks in first position, then we have Wayne Wortley in second, Ryan Ottens in third position, but under pressure now from Claessen's. See Wayne Wortley going wide. He's going to lose 2 positions there, so Claessen's and Ottens move up a position. Sparks now with a comfortable 3-second lead back to Ryan Ottens. Claessen's now moving to second with a move on Ottens, so fast and frantic at the front. Great racing here that we're witnessing this evening. And Claessen's now, as I said, through to second under pressure from Ottens. Good drive by Ottens now onto the short straight before the tight right hand is going to get him. So under braking. Claessen's has got through to, or Ottens is through on Claessen, should I say. So these 2 swapping positions almost every lap. Great to watch. But here comes Matthew Boy, the number 29 car. Position is Wayne Wortley, Hugo De Wit in 6th, Nathan Burkett in 7th, Gustav Jacobs in 8th, Stephen Palser in 9th, Damon Noble in 10th, and Peter Kalnes in 11th, Eric Kirstein in 12th, Stephen Sparks in 13th. With Sparks well and truly commanding this race with a 5-second lead now. But it's all about this battle for second. Stephen Paulson up into 7th position. Hugo de Witt in 8th. Yusuf Jacob up to 9th. Damon Noble top 10 at the moment. Hugo de Witt now with a good run on Stephen Palser. Board now with de Witt down the back straight. Right-handed kink now, and then we're heading towards the NGK chicane. Oh, and off goes Palser. Big tank slapper for him out of the chicane. But he keeps it pointing in the right direction. Gets out the way. Damon Nobel will get past Palser. So has Peter Geldenes. So Jacobs now up to 7th position. Besides that, the field's pretty spread out at the moment, so for these two, these three should I say, Wortley's together with Ottens and Claessens. That battle for second continues. Watty looking inside outside, trying to find a way past Ottens. So, frantic battle here for that last remaining podium position. Now race leader Leandre Sparks, the start of the very last lap of race 1. Race 1 of 4 this evening. Ottens now with the move. Wortley trying to go around the outside, but Ottens is wise to it. Went defensive in time. Oh, it's contact. Ottens keeps the drift on, does very well, and maintains position. Boy is going to go through to 4th position. Nathan Burkitt up into 5th. So what is last 2 positions? There was Kirstein coming through in 13th. It was a lap down. at the moment. So that area by Wortley costing me 2 places. A great car control there from Ryan Ottens. Goes down, lets Wortley through. But we're with our race leader now, Leandre Sparks. Just one corner remaining to take victory of race 1 here at the Nurburgring. It's a lag spark there for Leandre, but it's held together, and Leandre will cross through to win race 1 in Nurburgring. Well done, sir. Claessens will get second. Strong drive. Brian Ottens wins that battle for that last remaining podium position. Matthew Boyd will get 4th. Nathan Burkett 5th. Wayne Wharton in 6th position. Eric Kirsten will come through to get 13th. Gustav Jacobs will get 7th. Damien Noble 8th. Hugo de Witt 9th. Peter Kalnitz will complete the top 10. Stephen Palser will recover to the 11th position. Stephen Sparks will come through to get 12th. And there we go, that is race 1 for this evening. Race 2 will be a reverse grid of the top 8 finishes from this race, so that always proves exciting. Big burnouts on the main straight. You guys having some fun. We'll be right back after this break. About 15 seconds away from the start of the formation lap for race 2. And on pole position we have Damien Nobel. From second, Gustav Jacobs, and from third will be Wayne Wortley. Damien Nobel now leading the field around the formation app for race 2. But Wesley Ferrant to join the server, so that's great to see Wesley Ferrant, the Echo Racing driver in the South African Sim GD series, in our Pro series. Round 3 of the South African Sim GD series will be this Monday evening. If you're interested in watching that live stream, we'll be racing at Road Atlanta in America. Damien Nobel now back bunching the field for the start of this race. He can start the race from now. He will put foot and accelerate up to race pace. He's got not such a great start. In fact, Jacobs is right with him. Wayne Watt is in third position as Nathan Burkett goes wide and nearly collects Matthew Boy. And Matthew Boy's got a run on Burkett. He's challenging for that 4th position. Ottens, and he's got Burkett too, so Ottens up into 4th position, Burkett losing 2 positions. A nice clean start by everyone, it seems. Jacobs now challenging for the lead of this race. Got the move made just yet as Wortley goes around the outside. In fact, Nobel's fallen right back, so we've got a new race leader. I think that might be Wayne Wortley or Gustav Jacobs. Hasn't quite organised themselves yet, and we've got a spin in the background. But at the moment, it's Gustav Jacobs leading the way on lap 2 of 11. Nathan Burkett back up into 2nd. I'm deciding. No, he's back up to 2nd. Garson's to 3rd. Wayne Wortley in 4th. Oh, it's very close together here. Fantastic racing. Was pushed just wide. I'm not sure if he was assisted, but he drops right to the back of the field into 11th position. He goes. It's 2 by 2 through the chicane. Oh, there's contact. Who's gone off? Oh, it hasn't gone well. So who was that? So we see a move from Stephen Pelser. Side by side here with Hugo de Witt. Ottens is in the pit lane. De Witt gets passed by Pelser. He's trying to come back at him. He's got the inside line. He's cut back and so he can go around Pelser if he can. Down here and taking the position back from Pelser, but it's not over yet. Here comes Pelser, looking up the inside. The outside, fantastic racing. Guys keeping it nice and clean. These two have been side by side for the last 4 corners or so. In fact, is retired from this race after the incident at the education camp. This is the fight for 2nd position, a 3-way fight. On board of Wayne Wortley now. Take a quick commentary break. I'll be right back. Wayne Waterhouse, he's moved up to third position. So race winner from race 1, Leandro Sparks, up into 4th after starting from 8th position. So good run here from Leandro Sparks. And Leandro's not the only Sparks racing this evening. Leandro and his father Stephen is racing this race this evening. And Stephen is a bit further back in 7th position, but doing well in the midfield. Gustav Jacobs now has been passed by Claessens. We have a new race leader for race 2. David Noble now challenging Stephen Sparks for 6th position. Where's the front side challenge Noble now? Very out on the brakes. And Noble carrying a bit better momentum there, opens up the gap and is going towards Stephen Sparks for that 6th position. Front puts a move on Damien Noble into turn 1. Sparks trying to go on the outside of De Witt. It's brave, hasn't quite worked out for him. And now they running in a line down the main straight. Looking to slipstream each other. Braking we go. Sparks has got Noble, but Noble's gone. Oh, they made contact! Oh, hasn't worked out well. De Witt spins around trying to recover on the grass. So De Witt down into 11th position. Sparks under pressure from Noble. He's waited for Noble. In fact, I think he's going to let him back past. There's actually, in fact, a vet that was involved in the incident. Race winner from race 1, Leandre Sparks, now challenging Claessens. And he's going to try and add a second victory to his evening's tally if he can. So great racing here from Leandre Sparks. Sparks also part of the RSA Protea Sim Sports team, our Sim Race South Africa team that's taking on the International Virtual Endurance Championship and Virtual Le Mans Series. And Leandre will be racing in the 4 hours of Fuji in the Virtual Le Mans Series together with Brent Lindsay-Ray and Reinhard van der Merwe. We look forward to the race, and as I say, he's put a move on Claessens to take command of this race. So you'll be able to watch that Virtual Le Mans Series on the 28th of October. Is it 28th of October? Yeah, from 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Noble's into the pit lane for whatever reason. Wortley up into 3rd position. Jacobs in a strong 4th. Runt up into 5th position. Boy in 6th. Holden is in 7th. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact from somebody. Who was that? Or did Peter Holden get it all wrong by himself? But Damon Noble, in fact, is retired from this race. Our second retirement from this race, anyway. But our race leader, Leandre Sparks, has started the final lap of race 2. On way to take his second victory of the evening. Claessen's in second. Wayne Wortley in third position. Jacobs, our former race leader for this one, is down to fourth position. Sparks will... Oh, he's absolutely drifting it through the NGK chicane. Fantastic to watch. And he comes through to take victory of race 2 as well. Claessen's will get second, a close second, just 1.8 seconds behind. Wortley will get third. Gustav Jaggers will get fourth. And here comes Wesley for run for fifth position. Matthew Boy will get sixth. And Nathan Burkett will get seventh. Hugo David, eighth position. Stephen Sparks will get ninth. Top 10 result will go to Peter Geldenes. Stephen Palser will get 11th. Kirstein is on the lead lap and he will get 12th position. Our final runner for this evening, Nobel and Ottens have already retired, unfortunately. Well, that concludes race 2 of the evening. We will have a 3-minute break and then we'll return for the final practice before race 3, or qualifying for race 3 starts. So until then, I'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nurburgring for the final 6 minutes of the final practice session before qualifying for race 3. And we had 2 exciting races to get started with. And while the rest of the drivers coming over from the previous race onto this server, I'll let you know how you can get involved with the racing at Sim Race South Africa. If you're watching this for the first time and you're not quite sure what it's about, and anyway, this is the online racing at Sim Race South Africa. Literally all the cars here, they've got people at home racing in their cockpits. They're online, and they use a gaming wheel, so a steering wheel and pedal set, and yeah, they're racing against each other real time online. So that's the basic explanation of what we're doing here. And if you're wanting to get involved in the sim racing at Sim Race South Africa, you're welcome to visit our website at simracesa.co.za, register on the forum, and put your name down for your first open race. It's total free of charge entry, and it's very much how to start the racing at Sim Race South Africa. And I'm just going to correct something quickly. Qualifying has started for this third race this evening. And Hugo de Wit is the first man out of the blocks. And he wants to get on with qualifying, just a 10-minute session. Hugo de Wit will be looking after those tires and just easing them up into temperature. Steady out lap. Nathan Burkett out of the pits, second out of the pits. And he's followed closely behind by Wesley Ferrant, Stephen Sparks, Wayne Wortley, Eric Kirstein, Peter Caldenes, Claessens, Matthew Boyes just left the pit lane as well. Gustav Jacobs and Leandre Sparks are still in the pit lane. Let's see if they in fact do qualify. I see a message from Leandre in the YouTube live chat saying that he'll be starting from the back of the field, so this should create quite a bit of excitement to see him coming through. Race winner from the first two races. Hugo de Wit with the first man to put down a lap time, of course. And, let's go on board with Hugo. It's MX5 looking a bit understeery at the moment. Perhaps the tires aren't quite up to temperature just yet. From a driver's perspective, to this tight right-hander. Good drive there by Hugo, not too bad. We're using a lot of the track then, a bit more. And on to the back straight he goes. See what Hugo de Wit can pull out the bag here in his first flying lap in this qualifying session. Down the main straight he goes, and he will do a 41.694. Wesley Ferrant will come through to do... Actually slows down, in fact. Nathan Burkett is just starting a flying lap now. So Ferrant abandoning that lap for whatever reason. Wortley will come through to do a 41.910, so that's not enough to unseat de Wit at the top for now. Eric Kirstein is coming to just start a lap. Stephen Sparks as well. Claessens to the top with a 49.474, 2/10 quicker than Claessens. 2/10 quicker than de Wit, I beg your pardon. Stephen Sparks on the flying lap. Wayne Wortley now 6/10 quicker than his best after time. So if he can keep that up, that could possibly give him pole position. And Wayne losing a bit of time there, but still 6/10 up in his best after time. Wayne Wortley will come through to take pole position surely. Yes, he has, with a 40.786. That's 7/10 quicker than everybody else. So he's on a fly at the moment. Wortley not so hot on this lap. Perhaps he's taken all the life out of his tyres already. Nathan Burkett now much quicker on this lap. But here's a good 2.2 seconds, or quite a bit more in fact, 4 seconds off the man of provisional pole position, Wayne Wortley. Eric Kirstein currently in 7th. Quite a bit of the pace. Stephen Sparks now with a much better lap. Oh, he's got a bit too much curve there outside of the car and off into the wall. He goes. Holden-Jones now on a flying lap. He does the same thing and around he goes into the wall. Class is not looking to better his lap time on this one. He's quite got the exit that he needed there. He's about half a tenth down in his best after time. But boy, he pops up into 2nd position. The 50.2, I think that would be. And Claessens will not improve on this lap. Claessens stays in 4th position, just over 2 minutes remaining in the session. Kirstein will not improve. Holden-Jones just starting another flying lap. Claessens now, he's 3/10 up in his best after time. On his latest flying lap, drifting it through turn 2 there. And he abandons that lap for whatever reason. He's actually improving, but perhaps felt that there was no point in carrying on with that one. Wayne Wortley now going for another try. He's got a good margin back to 2nd place man Matthew Boy. Got a good drive out of that corner. So 10th up on his best after time, looking to improve. Perhaps to break the 40.7 barrier. Lost a bit of time there through the chicane. What can he do through this last corner? Yeah, he will improve slightly. This is already on provisional pole position. He slightly improves to 40.762. Jacobs now up into third position with a 41.185. Nice improvement there for Gustav. Watley give me another go, but I'm not quite sure if he's got enough time to get to the line before the session ends. Now still 3/10 quicker on his best delta time. Let's see what he can do through this last section. Everybody else is ready. He's ready to start this race, but Watley wants another try. Oh, good time through there, gaining on his delta all the time, up to half a second quicker now. Should he won't get a 39, will he? He does a 40.167, so great pace there. We've got a number of drivers who did not do qualifying, looking forward to starting the race from the back of the field and fighting their way towards the front. Let's see how far they can get. Wayne Water looking pretty strong there, starting from pole position. If he gets a clean start, I think he'll be a hard man to beat. But let's see what happens. We're about 12 seconds away from our gridding to get the cars onto the grid. And we'll have another short little wait, and then we'll have the start to the formation lap for race 3. So it is Leandro Sparks who took victory of race 1 and race 2. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a new race winner for race 3, but let's see what happens. Perhaps Leandro can pull it off once again. He's now started the formation lap. He'll be keeping the rest of the field behind him. And the field should file into single file. Let's go, go, go here for race 3. And off goes Wayne Wortley. Looks to have a good gap back to Matthew Boy. Jacobs comfortable in 3rd as Hugo de Wit goes wide in 4th position, under pressure now from Claessens. Claessen's got a good run on him. Board with Claessens, but not much to see there. Even side by side with de Wit. He's got the right line into turn 1. Surely he's going to do it. Yes, and Claessens goes up into 4th position, or does he? De Wit will try and fight back up the inside. Claessens now cemented that 4th position. And de Wit now under pressure from Peter Geldernes. So Geldernes, of course, in Team Redline Racing in the South African Sin GT Series. Teammate with Chris Langeveld in the BMW Z4 GT3. Field's still nice and close. And our race leader, Wayne Wortley, not able to get away at the moment. The cars run wide. Geldernes, of course, yeah, still closing the gap to de Wit. There's a move from Geldernes. It's going to have de Wit. Now they're going to run side by side down the main straight. Car off in the background. Jacobs up into 2nd position, Boy in 3rd. Under pressure now from Leandre Sparks. So Sparks has moved up into 5th position, now almost into 4th after starting from the back of the field. And a good move there from Leandre. So Sparks up into 4th. He will now go after this man, Matthew Boy. Boy now pressurizing Gustav Jacobs for that 2nd position. Good run on Jacobs now. He's got the outside line to the NGK chicane. So Jacobs should be able to cover him. Yes, he does. Jacobs covers Boy. There's a better run through the NGK chicane as well. Will swoop around Boy and defend that position nicely. And of course this battle is working in the favor of Leandro Sparks, who's closing them down all the time. On board now with Leandro Sparks, looking from the passenger side. Good run onto the back straight in the slipstream of Gustav Jacobs. I don't know if he'll go for a lunge into the NGK chicane. He'll be brave if he does so. No, he decides to opt out of it. Good drive onto the main straight, and he's got it. He will be running side by side with Jacobs before under braking for turn 1, I'm pretty sure of it. Here he comes. He's got that move done, I think, or has he? No. Jacobs is pretty good around the outside at turn 1, but no, I think he's got that move done. So Sparks up into 3rd position now, challenging for 2nd. He's right there with Matthew Boy. Sparks still has to shake off Jacobs before he gets going after Boy. I think just about done that. Of course, Sparks still has to put a move on Boy, and then he's got about 2 seconds to catch up to Wayne Wortley. Sparks up the inside has got him. So Sparks is on fire here this evening. Boy now also pressurizing Jacobs. So lovely, close and clean racing here. To make that move work there when we've got Claessen's joining the party now. He's in 5th position, challenging Boy for 4th, of course. So when Boy's attacking Jacobs, you don't just got to worry about Jacobs. He's got Claessen's right behind him. So fantastic three-way battle here for 3rd position. Oh, there's contact! I think Boy was just caught out with how early Jacobs is braking there, and of course Claessen's is laughing. He picks up at 2 places and straight up into 3rd position. So he says thank you very much, I'll have some of that. And Sparks of course now edging towards Wayne Wortley, although he hasn't really closed the gap at all. The gap still at 2.2 seconds. This is Wesley Front now in 4th position. Jacobs has recovered to 5th position, Boy to 6th. And Stephen Sparks is in 7th. Pretty close to Boy now. Andrew Sparks puts in the fastest lap of the race of 40.7, I think that was. That just popped up on the screen. Holden is in the pits. Sparks showing quite a turn of pace here now. Challenging Boy for that 6th position. What can he do about it? He's got 3 laps remaining to do something about it. That slipstream now hasn't quite got it. Boy had a better exit of that last corner. Sparks has taken 2 tenths out of Wortley for the battle of the lead of this race. Sparks has overshot the chicane. He's going to run wide and catch some air on the right side. Oh! And off goes Matthew Boy. I think he did the same thing. And just behind us was Hugo de Wit. He's going to sneak past to take 2 positions. And move up into 6th position. Nathan Burkett is also past Boy. So that error costly for Matthew Boy. He's still leading this race. He's got about 2.5 laps remaining to keep Leandre Sparks at bay. Looks to me that Wayne Wortley might have this in the bag. He's just got the edge on Sparks for now. Sparks is slowly closing the gap, but I don't think it's quite quick enough. So Wortley now with 2 laps remaining. Can he keep Sparks behind him? And Wortley's the only person standing between Leandre and a 3rd victory this evening. 3 in a row. Wesley Ferrando with the fastest lap of the race, the 40.067. So Front putting the hammer down towards the end of this race. Probably wondering where their pace was at the start of this race. But perhaps him just syncing up the car nicely. On board with DeAndre Sparks. Two drivers pretty much even through that last corner. This is where a lot of time can be made up going through the chicane, and where a lot of time can be lost too. Oh, there's a mistake from Wortley. Now you'll see Sparks gaining all the time into the following corner. Sparks incredibly late in the brakes. Oh, we've got a sideways Wayne Wortley. And Sparks has got to run on Wortley. He's going to run side by side with him. Down the main straight we go. Sparks is on the fastest lap of the race. He's going to go around and he's going to make slight contacts. Yeah, rubbing it slightly, but you know, as they say, rubbing is racing. And Sparks is leading this race. Can Wortley do anything about him through this final lap of the race? I think Wayne Wortley will be kicking himself from that error through the chicane. That set up Sparks nicely. Sparks is right with Wortley into that final, or that last corner of the last lap. And was able to use that to his advantage and run side by side with him into turn one. And finally pull off the move. Wortley will be hoping that Leandro Sparks makes a mistake through the chicane, but Leandro is not one for making mistakes these days. So they're absolutely perfect through the chicane. And Leandro Sparks will come through to make it 3 races from 3 starts this evening. Congratulations to Leandro, stunning drive. Wortley strong in second position, great stuff. Kirstein will come through in 10th, a lap down. Claessens will get another podium result. Wesley Ferrant will get a strong 4th. Gustav Jacobs will get 5th. Hugo David 6th position. Just beat Steven Sparks. Sparks runs a bit wide too. Nathan Burkett will get 8th. And Matthew Boy will recover to 9th position. We now have about a minute and a half's break before the start of the formation lap for the 4th and final race this evening. A reverse grid start from the top 8 finishes from this last race we just had. We have Nathan Burkett starting this race from pole position, and he's leading the field around for the pace lap. Stephen Sparks will start from second position, Hugo de Witt from third, Jacobs from fourth, Ferrant from fifth position, Carson's from sixth, Orty from seventh, and of course our race winner from the last race, in fact the last three races, will start from 8th position, Matthew Boy from 9th, Kirstein from 10th, and Holden-Jones rounds up the field in 11th position. Will start the race from now. You'll speed up. We got a good gap back to Sparks, Stephen Sparks. Jacobs did a good run on De Witt now. See, you got De Witt running a bit wide on the starts this evening through that last corner. I'm pretty sure into turn one. Over the contact between the leaders. Sparks has gone to the lead, and Burkett has fallen right down to 4th position. He runs side by side now with Jacobs. It's almost 3 wide into turn 3. It's frantic stuff. All the cars fighting for the same piece of tarmac. 2 by 2 through turn 4. Oh, we got contact. Oh, is that spinning? Ferrant. Oh, a bit of contact, argy-bargy stuff. Everybody pointing in the right direction, though. The 3 wide into that corner. It's fast and furious stuff here at the Nurburgring. Even Sparks is away at the front. Not quite sure what caused that contact between himself and Burkett, but anyways, out to the front with a 1.3 second lead back to De Witt. De Witt's got it all to do to keep Wesley Ferrant behind him. We got a big slide there from, who was that? I think that was Matthew Boy. Pressure now from Stephen Sparks. No, Leandro Sparks. My Sparks confused. No, Leandro Sparks is down to 9th position. Stephen Sparks, of course, is way up in the front in the lead. Great racing here this evening. It's been very respectful. A couple of some contact has been made, but it's been pretty fair, I think, so far. The action continues in race 4 this evening. Leandro Sparks up into 6th position. His father, Stephen Sparks, is leading this race with a 1.2 second lead back to Wesley Ferrant. Hugo de Witt's in 3rd position, and we've got a sideways. Who was this? Burkett. So Burkett is off into the barrier, unfortunately, and he'll fall right back into 10th position. Just Kirstein behind him. Steven Sparks' lead up front is diminishing. He lost about 0.6 of a second to Wesley Ferrand. Wesley Ferrand with the fastest lap of the race with a 41.079 at the moment. So Ferrand really going after this victory if he can. Deny Leandre Sparks a clean run of 4 wins from 4 starts. He's got 3 from 3 at the moment. Can he make it 4 from 4? Steven Sparks makes an area that goes wide. That will work in Wesley Ferrand's favour. On board with Wesley Ferrand to the Mercedes-Benz arena. Start area there from Sparks, running wide is Steven. Wesley Ferrand reeling him in all the time. He's doing a better run through there too. He'll be starting to be in the slipstream of that MX5 up front. Gap down to about 0.2 of a second now. So expect a move from Ferrand down the main straight. Let's see Sparks late into that apex 2. Ferrand gaining all the time. Steven Sparks scrambling now. Running wide again. And Ferrand's going to run side by side with him down the main straight. The fastest lap by Wesley Ferrand is 40.561. Ferrand's gone to the front. Nice calculated pass there by Ferrand. Ferrand, of course, one of the Echo Racing drivers in the South African Sim GT series. Ferrand stamping his authority on this race this evening. And Wortley now into 3rd position. Claessens is in 4th. Jacobs in 5th position. He's dueling it out with Peter Caldenes. Caldenes puts a move on Jacobs, so has he? Jacobs goes around him again. Great fight here again. Wesley Ferrand now disappearing up the road. He's got a 1.3 second gap back to second place man Steven Sparks. Leandre Sparks down in 11th position. Don't think we'll get another victory from him this evening. Definitely Wesley Ferrand's race to lose at the moment. And Sparks puts down the fastest lap on 40.476. I think he's about his personal best. Wortley now starting to close the gap to Sparks, and he's bringing Claessens with him. Oh, moment here for Peter Caldenes. Around he goes. And he will lose out to David. And a spin for good measure. Matthew Boy up into 7th. Sparks are looking strong in 2nd. Caldenes and Burkett unfortunately retired from this race. So we just have 9 runners left. Here comes Wayne Watley now. It's got a good run on Steven Sparks. Big understeering moment there for Watley. Sparks lives for another corner. Claessens is right there as well. Error there by Steven Sparks, trying wide. That's enabled Wayne Watley to run side by side with him. Claessens, who's riding with him now, has got the best seat in the house for this battle. Watley runs wide. This allows Claessens to get in on the action. Which card does he pick to try and get the slipstream off? He's gone for Watley, and it's working for him. He's going to try and go down the middle if he can, but he's following Watley through. Sparks has lost out to Watley, and he will lose out to Claessens as well. So Steven Sparks losing 2 positions. Oh, and Claessens got it all wrong, clipped the curve, and around he goes. He took Steven Sparks with him, unfortunately. And here comes Gustav Jacobs through the middle and says, thank you very much, I'll have a podium position. Of course, Wayne Watley has disappeared up the road. Claessens will rejoin just behind Jacobs, and don't worry, he'll be challenging him for that 3rd position. Good front, looking nice and comfortable. The 8-second lead back to Wayne Watley. Jacobs in 3rd now. Starting to move away from Claessens. Jacobs on the ragged edge to the Njika chicane. Fantastic to watch. to Sparks. Sparks is running together in 7th and 8th position. Steven leads his son Leandro in 8th position. Just a lap and a half remaining for Wesley Front to take victory here at the Nurburgring. One victory should go to Wesley Front, and the other 3 of course have gone to Leandro. Class is not quite finished with Jacobs. He's going to have a one last go. He's got just one lap to do anything about him. Jacobs is a bit wide through that last corner. More with Claessens down the main straight towards turn 1. Late in the brakes. Claessens is pretty late. Oh, and Jacobs is running wide. Working in Claessens' favour. Claessens now right with Jacobs. It'll be a fascinating battle now to watch. Jacobs runs wide. Then he enables Claessens to cut inside of him. Should get the slingshot now onto the power. Jacobs is pretty quick through there too. Tight right-hander. Claessens got a good better run through there, I think. No, Jacobs has got it. Claessens to be right with Jacobs now. Through this next corner if he can do anything about it. Playing with the throttle there. It's Jacobs at the moment, but we're going to watch Wesley Front navigate the final turn this evening to take victory of race 4 here at the Nurburgring. Congratulations to Wesley. Nice little drift to celebrate. Wayne Watley will get second. Jacobs will he get third into the final corner we go. Is a late lunge here from Claessens. No, it doesn't quite work. No, it has put him off. Oh, and Claessens loses it. Claessens will finish in 4th. Jacobs, good stuff. Jacobs will get a podium result. Great stuff for him. And Hugo David will get 5th. Matthew Boy will get 6th. And Stephen Sparks will get 8th. In fact, as Leandro puts him even his father, the last corner, and actually lets him back past again. So Eric Kirstein will get 9th position. Nice parking maneuver to celebrate. Well done, Wesley. Well, that concludes this evening's open racing action. From me, Jason Holden-Jones, thank you very much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And we'll be live streaming the round 3 of the South African Sim GD series on Monday evening from 8:30. So you can join me. And I think Amrish or Khat will be joining me in the commentary booth. And we look forward to that race. Well, until then, goodbye for now.